In this video, I'll show you how to use InfoBurst's content grouping feature to burst a single report into multiple reports and then group those multiple reports back into a single Excel file where each bursted piece of the report is represented on a different tab or worksheet of the Excel workbook. Before we build the burst, let me show you an example of an Excel file from a report where no bursting was conducted. So this is just a sample report, Web Intelligence report. It contains state revenue data, and it contains multiple states data. So as you can see, when we simply publish the report as Excel from Business Objects, we end up with a single worksheet labeled Report 1, which is the name of the report tab in the Web Intelligence report, and it's one contiguous report with the various states' information. So California, followed by there are various cities in California, followed by Colorado, DC, and other states. So we have one long page of states' data. And one of our users, our InfoBurst users, very cleverly figured out that they could use content grouping to burst this report by state, which results in multiple unique Excel files, and then group those back together where each report is a different state. So in essence, we're achieving a kind of bookmarking, but with Excel, where the user can easily browse between different states data using the tabs here at the bottom of the workbook. So let me show you how that's done. Now with content grouping, the sole prerequisite is the existence of a delivery template. You must have this before you build your content grouping burst. So I have a template here. Let's open this up. Very simple. It defines the destination. I'm going to send it to a network share, but you can send this to any destination you choose. And then the format here is Excel. That's it. Nothing fancy. Now let's build our burst. So I have a report here called State Revenue Report, and I'll just drag that down here and we'll build a burst. And let's call this Grouped Report by State. We're not just refreshing the report, we are going to burst the report, which will result in multiple Excel outputs. And then behind the scenes, we'll use content grouping to take those multiple Excel files and group them back together into our single grouped Excel file. So let's go to the Filters tab. We'll burst by filtering, and we will burst or filter on state. We would like each tab in the workbook to be a different state, and select OK. We don't need a delivery at the report level because the delivery is defined at the content grouping level, which is under burst properties. So burst properties, content grouping, our format is Excel, and we are grouping by burst. The burst will result in multiple Excel outputs, and we simply want to take all those Excel files and group them back together into a single Excel file. So group by burst, we select our template, which is Excel Network. And remember, the tab name from the Webby report is Report 1. So if we don't name the tab or provide a custom name, we will end up with the same tab name for each worksheet in Excel, which won't be meaningful to the user. Well, instead, what we'd like to do is insert the actual bursting value, the state value, on each tab. So we'll invoke our parameter macro. If we open our macro builder here at the little M icon, under data, you can see that InfoBurst knows we are bursting or filtering by state, and it's made available a parameter macro for the state filter. We'll just add that as our tab name and select apply, and we're done. Let's execute the burst and look at the output. And because this is single pass bursting, it goes very quickly. InfoBurst then groups the various Excel files and delivers to the network, and now we can view the result. So here's our grouped file. The file is named for the burst, but you can customize this file name to suit your needs. And we open this up. This is the original report, right? Report 1 with all the states listed on one sheet. This is the grouped example. So each worksheet or tab represents a different state's data from that same report, but much easier to consume as we can browse between the various states.